Okay, good morning everyone. So today we are going to do the tutorial about music visualizer. So I have already opened up a new file, a third-person template, and if you want, you can use in the old one. So first things, before we start, we have to do some preparation. First things, please go to Edit, Plugin, and go to find a plugin which named Audio Synthesia. Enable this one. Check the box here. So once you enable this one, next thing is we can import the music. I already have a Linkin Park file here. So just choose an import and go to find the file you are going to use. For example, like inside my music or probably inside another folder. Please import your music. So once you finish the importing of your music, next part we have to do a sound cue. So a sound audio in synthesia. So right here. Let's go to the empty part, right click and choosing audio. The things we're going to use is analysis and choosing synthesia NRT. And the one we're going to use is constant Q NRT, choose select. Let's just leave the name like this because I already have one. So double click, go to the editor. It's a little bit weird. The content is a little bit weird. So for this part, I will choosing go to none and choosing Linkin Park music. So this one. Okay. So once you finish, choosing save, and we can close now, I think. Alright. So now we have right now successfully connect the music to this audio synthesia. That's the things we are going to use for the following part of coding. I will delete this one now because I already have one. So yeah, I already have one here. Next part, let's start to do the coding. I already opened up a new folder to put all the new things inside. So you can just do the same things like what I did. Right click, choosing new folder and create a new folder. So the first one, the audio viz P1, that's the basic music visualizer. Let's take a look about the logic inside. So first things, under the viewport, we have a cube. That's the one I'm going to use for music visualizing. Then also I have audio, and then for event graphic, we have basically three different parts. First thing is about playing the music. Second part about to catch the playing time. Final things analyzing the spectrum and transform them to vector. So basically we can split this code into three different parts. Alright, let's get started. So let's right click, choosing blueprint class and choosing actor. Let's code this one music V. Alright. Double click, go to the editor. And for this part, I have to create a geometry to interact with my music. So let's go to add. This time I will using static mesh, and let's define the shape. Let's go to static mesh, detail panel, static mesh, go to find the shape cube. Let's go to find shape cube, this one. So now we have, if you want, you can redefine the material. I already have some materials, so I will use them. Let's go to find material. Okay, I want to use an emissive, so that's the one I created before. Okay, so now we have. Next part, we have to add an audio, so let's go to add, choose the audio. Alright, so now we have. Remember, the audio must under the static mesh, so that can move together. So now let's go to event graphic. The idea is pretty simple. The first thing is we have to set the sound, right? Just like here. So since we already have the audio, so let's just drag this one out, event plan, set sound. Okay. So it will automatically help us to generate the audio. Basically, they are the same. Okay, this one and that one. Next part, we have to set up the playing duration. So let's go to here, create a new variable named duration. And let's reset this one into floating. Let's drag this one out. We are going to set that. So let's connect this one to here. Right now, we still cannot set up the duration because for now, we still cannot just directly set up the music to here. So there's still something we have to do. Okay, so the next things we can do, let's take a look. First thing is we can create a new variable which name music. So let's go to here. Okay, using this one, and let's take a look about the data type. The data type of music is sound based. So let's go to find sound based. This one, object based reference. So let's choosing this. So choosing compile and save. That's choosing Linkin Park. That's the one we are going to use. Linkin Park. You can choose SoundCube or just Linkin Park. I will choose the first one. So now we have the music. So for the next things, since right now we have, if you connect well, it still doesn't work because the data type they are different. Let's go to find get duration. Let's using this and connect them to here. So now we have successfully transformed the music to the time length and using that to set up the time duration. Alright, let's compile and save. Take a look about the next part. So for the next part, the things we're going to do is find event on audio playback percentage. We can use this one to know how many percentage we have played so far, so that we can use this one to transform into the music time. And since we know the music time, we can start to do the analysis at that moment. Okay, because in this plan is so far, so I want to copy this one to here. And if you want to do the searching work right here, remember to uncheck this one. Otherwise, you cannot find that. Find event to on audio percentage here. That's the one we're going to use. Okay, so that's it. So for the next part, for the target, let's take a look. For the target of this one is the audio. So for sure we are going to play the audio, right? And next part, the playback event. We have to set up a custom event to do the calculation. So let's get started. For the target, let's just connect the audio to here, and we can double click so that somehow organize your script. And for the event, let's drag this one out and add a custom event. So now we have. Let's call this one play back. Okay. So the next thing is we are going to set up. So now we have the duration. The duration is about the overall length of the music. And next part, the things we are going to know is the play time, which means how long we have already played. But we cannot know that number directly. So we need to know the percentage first, and then multiply the duration with the percentage so that we will know the play time. Let's create a new variable, play time, and change the type to float. Okay, drag this one out and choosing set play time. For this one, connect the extruding point to the extruding point. For the playing time, the things we are going to use, let's take a look. Basically, we're going to do the multiply. All right, so let's drag this one out. And this time using get duration. And for the playback percentage, we already have that. So let's go to find multiply. So once we multiply them together, and we will know what's the playing time so far. All right. So next part, for this part is about the play music, and for this part is about to get the play time. So next part, we can start to do the analysis. So first thing is let's drag this one out. I want to find the node which name for each group, for each loop, okay? And for the each loop, for the input point of array, the things we have to find is here. Get normalized channel constant QAT time. That's the one we are going to use. Okay, this one, get normalized channel constant QAT time. So let's drag this one out. So for this, it can help us to do the analysis. So for the in second, the things we're going to use, basically it will be the playtime. And for that one, that's about our audio synthesia. So we have to code that one inside. So let's drag the playtime and connect them to here in second. And for this one, let's create a new variable. Let's call that QNRT. And for the flow, for the data type, we have changed that one to QNRT, constant QNRT, this one, and choosing object reference. Okay, so now we have drag this one out, get QNRT, connect to here. Save and compile. So the QNRT will show you the default value. Next part, we can find the audio synthesia NRT. So that's the one we are going to use for analyze your music. So once we have, the next things we can do is to do the geometry transformation. Basically, this part is pretty simple. Just choosing a geometry that will be the static mesh and using set relative scale 3D to do the transformation. So let's get started. Let's go to here, set relative scale 3D. Let's split this one to 3 input points. For the X and Y, I don't want to change, so let's just keep them into 1. For the scale 3D, let's using the array element to change that. So you can just directly connect them together. But I want to do some little change. So we can use in multiply again and connect to here. For the number, we can promote that one to variable. Let's drag. Oh, alright. So anyway, probably just type inside. For this, or we can just do that here. So let's call that vector z, and let's choose in float. Drag this one here, get vector z, connect to here, and choosing compile and save. Oh, okay, what's going on here? I think we can change that. Let's try. Compile and save. Oh, what's going on? Array element multiply vector z. Nothing go wrong, I think, so far. Playtime, their duration, constant QNRT. For this part, we already defined that. Static mesh, because we haven't defined a static mesh. So let's drag this one here. Okay, so now we have. Perfect. And for this one, you can define the value by yourself. And I want to open up this one so that you can change the data inside the Unreal editor. So pretty much now the last things we have to set up is the when to play the audio. So we have to set up a play audio option here, just like this one. Okay, so let's go to here, go to my node. Let's drag. Let's choose in play. Okay. And for the executing point, let's connect to here. Okay, so now we have. So let's take a look. So also you can take a screenshot if you want. So at the very beginning, let's scale up. At the very beginning, we're using event begin play and call out the set song. And for the set song, we have to set up the duration first and using the bind event to on audio playback percentage to calculate the play percentage. Next part, we will using a custom event to calculate the play time. Finally, once we get the play time, we can start to do the audio analysis and using the vector to transform the geometry shape. So that's the idea. Basically, here, this is one part, and finally, one part. Let's choosing compile and save. Let's go back to the third person percentage. I'm going to hide, or let's delete. We can just delete all of them. Yes, I'm going to delete that. Delete that, delete. Sorry. So once we drag the cube inside, let's start to do the simulations. So as far as you can see, so for the z-axis, it will be deformed based on the music spectrum and follow its reason value to move. So that's the basic prototype for the music visualizers. For the rest part, well, we still can do some change. For example, change the geometry shape, or using a different wave to moving, like do the rotation, do the scaling, or do the moving part. So, but for today, I think that's the most iconic or most basic one about music visualizer. For the rest part, you can try to develop by yourself. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.